So today's the 3rd of May and it's been already a week since the launch of Honkai Star Rail, and I just want to make a video on how I feel towards the game. Sort of like a 1 week's impression sort of video. I'm not too sure. And so I thought instead of playing footage to you guys on like past gameplay, instead I'm gonna do it sort of live and just do a few quests here and there, maybe even spend my Trailblaze power on a few things. So right now these are the characters that I have on my account. As you can see, there's Danghun, and then there's Tingyun, which I got today in school. I did one singular pull actually and I managed to get Tingyun. And I also have Serval and also Natasha. Since Natasha is my only E6 character right now, I'm practically using her in every single team. I've also got other Eidolons here and there, not for Tingyun because I just unlocked her today, and not for Danghun. But then the other team that I've been using, my main team should I say, is probably this team, where I've got Sealy as the main DPS, and then I've got the Preservation Path main character as sort of like the tank because of how I think it's the skill, because of how the skill works. And then I have Pela, who can just shred around 33% of enemies defense after using her burst. And also the skill is also quite nice because of how it can remove a buff which is applied on an enemy. And that's the team. I also have, of course, Natasha because of how broken she is. I already talked about that. I've been using Welt during the first few days, but then nowadays I don't feel like using Welt because I feel like other characters like Tingyun, who I got today, and Pela, and also the Preservation Path main character, I feel like they provide more advantages to my account compared to Welt. I mean, Welt by all means is a very good character, and I have, put on some decent stuff on him, and I have sort of raised his Traces level up to something like this, and I've also done a few relics on him as well. But at the moment, I don't really see a point in me using Welt when I've got all these amazing 4-star characters that I can use. And it is also the same case for Himeko. She is a good character, and I have, as you can see, put on some Lycons, leveled up some of her traces, and also put on some relics. But in practice, I don't really see why I should use those characters. And the next thing that I want to talk about is how, so first of all, I have spent money on the game already, as you can see. In the video that I pulled for Sealy, I bought these 2 bundles, and I have spent around £150 already on this game. But now let me show you how many Stellar Jade and Pasta I've got. So all of these Stellar Jade and Pasta you can see here are received after I finished recording for that video, meaning that I haven't spent a single penny on these. And look at the amount of stuff that I've already gotten. And for the standard banner, I've already done, 76 pulls, meaning that I'm around 1/3 of the way. Actually no, that's some really bad maths, but I think you get the point that I'm trying to make. I am close to getting this bonus thing here where I can get myself a free 5-star character after doing 300 pull. I think there's still the event going on where you can claim some free passes. Here, Trailblazing Will, every single time you reach these levels you get these rewards. I've already gotten these 3, and then when I reach level 35 I'm going to be getting these as well. And also Simulated Universe gives you a lot of good stuff, and also what's this called? I think it's called the Forgotten Hall. The Forgotten Hall also gives you a lot of goodies as well. What I'm trying to say is that this game is completely free to play, I think, as of right now. Who knows, in the future they might release some really broken characters, and as a result we might want to, I don't know, spend maybe £5 here and there just to get the Express Supply Pass so that we can get more 5-star characters. At the moment the characters are quite balanced. The strong characters are strong, and the okay characters are, to be honest, they're performing better than I thought. Characters like, let me just pull out a character to use as an example, like Master 7 for example. I'm not using her right now, but that doesn't mean she's bad. And as you can see, I have used her, and I've leveled up some of her traces. The point I'm trying to get across is that although the okay characters aren't as strong as the strong characters, but to be fair, they're still quite good. And what I want to say is that essentially stay free to play as long as possible, because I don't really see the need to spend money on this game as of now. Who knows, maybe in the future when they release Kafka, they might buff Kafka and make her a completely busted character, and maybe then you'd want to spend money so they can get maybe an extra Eidolon or 2 for her. I've talked about a few things a bit too much I think, and so let's get to the completing the mission part of the video. And so I'm currently doing this companion mission. I've been doing this for the past hour or so, and I've been just doing some quests that I have on my account, and they have been giving me a lot of Stellar Jade. Actually, let me just pull it up again. I'm not sure how many Stellar Jades you can get from them, but as you can see here, I've completed a lot of them, which is why there's no longer like a list of them here. But from these, you can still see 60 there, 60 here as well, and then even this adventure mission, it still gives you 40. And bear in mind, you're also getting some Trailblaze XP, meaning that you can level up with these missions. I like these companion missions because after doing them, you get to see the characters on the the Astral Express, which is a nice thing because you can interact with characters after their story ends, something like that. I just feel like there's so much more improvements in terms of if you compare Star Rail to Genshin, you'll notice a lot of good things, a lot of improvements, like quality of life improvements. If you consider like, I don't know, the fact that you don't have to make materials using the alchemy table, is that what you call it in Genshin? And how you can just do it in your menu. You just press escape or press the phone icon if you're playing on mobile, and you can just do whatever you need to do on there instead of needing to teleport. While I'm talking about the teleporting thing about Star Rail, I like how it's so fast as well. You don't have to wait 10 years to teleport to a different location, and it's also quite fast even if you're teleporting, let's say, from the space station to Jarilo 6. And I like that because everything happens within 10 seconds, meaning that you don't really have to spend that much time waiting, and I feel like that's just like one of those quality of life improvements that Hoverse has done for Star Rail. And also, I like how the map's quite small in terms of every like sub area is only like around like 200 meters from top to bottom. It makes things very, very easy when it comes to traveling from one end to the other end. And I pressed the wrong button, I think. Let's not do that. Let's talk to Natasha. There we go. And the control is still quite similar to Genshin. So as a Genshin player, I don't really have to learn that much about the control part of Star Rail. I mean, the battle part might be a little bit confusing. At first I was like, should I be like clicking on the enemies when I want to launch a skill or an attack? But now I've gotten used to pressing space after selecting the skill or the ultimate or the normal attack using Q, E, or 1, I think. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. It depends on the character and the team and their position. And I just feel like learning how to play Star Rail as a Genshin player, it hasn't been that hard. And after playing Star Rail for a week now, I can definitely say I'm really, really enjoying the game. I like how the graphics looks amazing, the characters are amazing, the design. Look at Natasha, look at how I'm not gonna go into detail, but you get what I'm talking about. Just look at her, like she's just one of the examples. A lot of other characters like Seely, even the main character, they all look amazing. We're doing quests right now. I'm just gonna talk about how they're not too long, but at the same time they push a lot of lore to you. They might not be the most interesting one, like for example, I think Hook's companion mission. I didn't find Hook's companion mission that interesting, but at the same time it wasn't completely boring compared to, like, I don't know, Genshin's, what do you call them, like companion missions, hangout events, hangout missions or something like that. I find them quite boring sometimes, especially for certain characters. It might just be me being a bit picky with what Hoverse has done for those characters. Most of us Genshin players were sort of drawn in by Star because of how it's made by Hoverse and how you see the characters. They're very high quality in terms of their art, their appearance. You know, it's just another Hoverse game. Is that like a poster, like a wanted poster of March the 7th? See, these Easter eggs that are around in the map, they're quite fun as well. They add to the world and they just make things less, I don't know. And I just feel like it adds to the vibrance of the overall map and also the overall region. I like that as well. And I just feel like because of how everything is a bit more refined in Star Rail compared to Genshin, perhaps it's because of how it's not an open world game. I don't know, I just like Star Rail more. My opinion might change after a while, but for now that is the case, and I just think that I'm glad that I've tried out Star Rail, and I'm glad that Star Rail is the game that it is currently. Of course, certain improvements can be made. Ooh, we're being ambushed by enemies. Okay, let me pay attention to this first. Okay, let's just turn on automatic, I guess. As you can see, my Sui's doing quite a lot of damage actually, and my Payla is, I guess she's doing all that, but she isn't really a damage anyway, so I don't really care about damage, to be honest. And also, I don't know why the AI is using defensive skills, but okay. My impression of Star Rail right now, it's very, very positive, and I just feel like Star Rail is gonna take off once more people find out about the game. But the point I'm trying to make is that I feel like Star Rail can get more popularity, and I think it is going to gain that popularity. For example, a lot of my friends who are playing Genshin right now, they're a little bit hesitant when it comes to trying out Star Rail. I've been pushing the game to them quite constantly, and they might find me quite annoying when I say how there are better things in Star Rail in terms of how, like, for example, you can teleport to Calyxus, and you can't do that in Genshin. It's just these little quality of life things that I think Genshin players are gonna gonna really enjoy. But then at the same time, they don't try out the game necessarily, which means they aren't really getting the full image of how Star Rail is. I think more and more people are gonna enjoy it, and as a result, I think the game is gonna blow up even more. I mean, at the moment, Star Rail has been a very big thing on Twitch and also on YouTube, which is why I'm trying to make more Star Rail content and Genshin content. Totally not because of how I'm just a bit, I don't know, I'm a little bit dumbfounded when it comes to Genshin at the moment. I don't really know what I should do with Genshin, to be honest. And I'm still waiting for 3.7, let's be real. I've been playing Genshin, but I haven't been playing Genshin as much. I've been allocating more time to playing Star Rail. I just really hope that more and more people will find Genshin fun, and hopefully by then we'll, I don't know, have a bigger community online. And apparently we're fighting this guy, even though we're trying to get something over here. Anyway, let me turn this onto automatic mode so that I can just focus on talking. So, either way, I just believe that Star Rail should be getting a bit more focused attention. I feel like it should be getting a bit more love, even though it is getting a lot of love and attention right now. It's blowing up, as I just said. I'm just glad that I'm playing Star Rail on its launch version 1.0. For Genshin, I started at, I think, 2.1, and I feel like I've been left in the dust a bit. I just really wanted to be there to experience the, I don't know, like the first update experience, and I'm glad that I can do that with Star Rail. And I feel like this fear of missing out, it might not be a good thing necessarily, because it gets people to spend money sometimes, for Genshin at least, to a certain extent. I am enjoying myself, and although I have exams in less than 2 weeks now, I'm still playing the game daily, even though I don't think I should be doing that. The point that I'm trying to get across is that I'm glad that Star Rail has been very fun for me, and for the first week of playing Star Rail, I'm gonna give this whole experience let me think, a 9 out of 10. The reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is simply because of how they still haven't fixed how, or not fixed, but they still haven't tweaked how you gotta wait for the whole combining animation ends before you can get the item from the synthesize menu. As you can see, I can press ascend that, and press auto add. Actually, let me just use all of my good material, because I'll be using Dangheng either way, so I don't see the point in me not using this. Let me just put some of my spare freestyle light cones into this as well. There we go. Level up. That. And as you can see, I can't exit. I was trying to press escape. You guys might not hear my keyboard. I was trying to press escape during that, and it was just not letting me do it. I had to watch the whole thing. I had to watch the whole experience bar fill up, and then, I don't know. I just find it a bit annoying, but it's just me. And I think I've talked about this a bit too much in this video already, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. See, I was trying to press escape as well, by the way. And that's that. I promise you guys I won't talk about it anymore in this video. Anyway, let me end off the video by just collecting a few things from Pom Pom actually. And also, Pom Pom! Yes, I completely forgot about this. Pom Pom versus Paimon. Like, I think we all know who wins. Pom Pom in every single aspect, completely destroys Paimon. First of all, Pom Pom is much cuter. He's just a bunny. Okay, let me just collect this before I continue talking. And then, like, I like how he's got like his little like lore and stuff, and you can always just interact with him and then ask him what's going on. Like, being able to interact with Pom Pom instead of, you know, in Genshin where you can't really interact with Paimon unless if it's a quest. I just find it a lot better, and you also get free missions from Pom Pom, okay? And these missions, although they might not be useful in terms of maybe later on in the game, during mid-game or late game, for us who are starting out, I feel like these things, we can't really complain. They might not be the most generous, but let's be real. Pom Pom is just a lot better. Look at how cute he is. Just look at that. I think he's like nervous or like anxious or something like that. Look at him. Look at how he's doing things with his hands. I just find Pom Pom so much cuter than Paimon. And we also have characters on board of the Astral Express as well, so that you can talk to them. I'm not going to talk to Natasha right now. And you also have Himeko and also Walt. And I think as we progress through the story quest and as we complete more and more companion missions, we're going to get more characters visiting the Astral Express, and you can talk to them as well. But if I start a new account and I didn't get Natasha and I completed the quest that I just did, I can still properly talk to Natasha. And if I like Natasha very much, then I think that's just another good thing. Because sometimes in Genshin, when you don't have the character that you like, it might be quite annoying. And all these characters that appear in the Trailblaze mission, they all appear in the world as well. I think Servo's in her workshop, and I think Bronya's in the fort. I can never pronounce that word, by the way. And I've already talked about basically everything that I want to talk about in today's video. That sounded a little bit odd. I've been having a lot of fun in Star Rail, and I hope that is going to be getting even better in the future as new updates roll out and as new characters come out. And basically I'm waiting for my account to get a bit stronger, because at the moment at Trailblaze level 34 there's quite a lot of restrictions in terms of things that I can do. I don't have the best relics on my characters, even on my CV curve I invested the most in, and sometimes I just find that a little bit annoying, especially how I find it hard to clear World 4. It might just be me though. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video, and if you liked it, please like and subscribe, because it really helps me out. I'll be making more Star Rail and of course Genshin content later this month, because I've got exams in the middle of May. Afterwards, I'll be making a lot more videos and I'll be streaming a bit more as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!